to the kitchen. You were here with Team M.A.D, Rational in the building with your man Twitch for Life, all behind the camera, and our special guest for the night, Britta with 2 T's, no filter.
I like it. That worked. That worked super well. World premiere of that name.
2 T's, no filter. Yo, we're not even gonna call you Britta. We're just gonna call you 2 T's, no filter.
2 T's, no filter.
Boom.
Jury is in.
Right.
I like it.
It just evolved. It just happened. It just blew up. That's it.
Full bloom.
That's it. So on your next album,
yeah,
that's gonna be the name of the album.
2 T's, no filter.
2 T's, no filter.
I like it.
That's cool.
I like it.
That's a dope album name. What the fuck just happened?
I can put like a coffee pot.
Yo. You gotta have sugar cubes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cause it's what? Tea time.
Ah, 2 T's. It'll come out on a Tuesday.
And when you do the remix on a Thursday.
Oh, I like it.
Right. Yo, that's it's the randomness that's the bestness. It's the bestness.
You just gotta go with it. That's why whenever I make a decision, I always say, if I'm gonna die tomorrow, what would I want? And it's like, when you're under pressure, under the duress of life, the best decisions are made.
That's true. You're not wrong.
No, I know.
I love that. It's like you see everybody's hint of arrogance when you tell them, you're not wrong. Right? They're like, yeah. Like everybody's got a little bit of arrogance and it's amazing. Like, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah, of course I'm not wrong.
You could have told me that 40 minutes ago. I know.
It's amazing. It puts everybody in that humble place where like
It's
you have
true,
to
though.
see your arrogance.
But I'm telling you, when you move to Atlanta. That was the end of that sentence.
I think I've already put in like multiple applications in Atlanta. Yeah, I've already like hit up studios and like, hey, look, I'm trying to get out there. Like, yo, I need a contact, that type of deal.
You know what you really should do is move to Kansas City. I shit you not. I shit you not. I am not shitting you at all. That it's getting up bigger. Like, it's getting bigger. The Midwest is cheap.
Okay, first off,
therefore people are staying.
That's what everybody said about New Orleans, and I got here and they canceled all of that.
No, I know. But we never were as cool as New Orleans to begin with. So now it's like all glitz and glory, but without glitter.
And very few black people.
But Atlanta is like the Mecca right now.
I know, it's so true.
But see, we can go to Atlanta, benefit off of Atlanta, get big, and then we can go to other places.
Yeah. I was telling him, I've been obsessed with house buses for the last year and a half, a long ass time. But hear me out. So you buy a place, because I'm starting to I've been renting for the last 28 years of my life, or well, not that long. I didn't rent when I was
like, in my mind, I was like, wait a minute.
My parents were bitches.
There's a secret you need to tell us. Jesus.
Oh.
Like, damn. Like, you robbing the Kratos.
It's the cream I used.
They said black don't crack. Oh my God.
It's my vampiric blood. I'm just kidding. But
that's why art stays with you.
Stay up all night. Don't look at ourselves in mirrors.
I was talking about the vampire thing, never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. It was a weird thing to start off with in general. No, but I was thinking renting in general is like throwing money into a massive black hole. Like, you're literally just pummeling money to nowhere.
Isn't it so much fun?
It's so much fun. That's why I've been doing it. Like, it's you can go anywhere. You're not responsible for anything.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you own a place, it's
then
yours.
When shit breaks, you gotta fix it. There's nobody to turn to.
But
you got your warranty company. Then you got the bunk ass repair guys that come in to try to fix your shit. But then here's the thing: if they can't fix it, nobody replaces it. See, when you're renting and they can't fix the shit,
you're not culpable for shit.
Exactly.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. No, trust me. I know. But then you find yourself in the house bus situation where
there's nobody to come repair your shit.
and they'd be like, you're stupid as shit for having one of these and to begin with. But you build it yourself. The whole thing is set up how you want it, and the real humdingers that you can take it anywhere. Anywhere.
But you can't park it anywhere.
I mean, like...
And then you got to get a special driver's license in order to drive it around the U.S.
Kind of. Not really.
You need a chauffeur's license to drive
no.
one in Louisiana.
No. You just need like I mean, it's like driving an RV. You don't need a chauffeur's.
You got to have a chauffeur's license. You got to have the green license.
Mm-mm.
My neighbor's got one. Well, my neighbor's at my parents' house. He's got one. He's got two, actually.
Shit.
Yeah, you got to have a chauffeur's
Well, it
license.
can't be that hard to get anyway. I mean, like, what are you supposed to do? Get one of those hats and just say, like, I've got a tie and a hat.
No.
I'm a chauffeur?
The chauffeur's license just means you can drive a vehicle that's longer than a regular vehicle, right?
And that makes sense. I mean, like, you don't want to tip it over. And I get it. Like, I totally get it. I mean, it's a crazy thing to drive anyway.
Yeah. You got to take a class. Like, you got to pay for the class to teach you defensive driving techniques in a vehicle that size.
I'll be honest. I probably need that class anyway. I'll be honest. So I'm okay with that. No, so the reason I brought up the house bus, which besides me living in it, I thought that would be so cool if you guys had like a traveling podcast station where you could take it anywhere and you'd have padded walls. You outfit it, the whole thing, interior design the way that you want it. You got a little kitchen, you got a little bathroom, you've got like, you could have a little place to hang out and chill and have coffee, or you can have a Keurig if you want. And then you have a back station that's just like this. It would be dope. And then anyone in the country would be like, hey, you guys are awesome. Can we record a podcast? And you'd be like, well, we can do that.
That's a dope idea, but somebody's going to fund that nonsense.
There are ways. A fucking Kickstarter can build a fucking wall. I mean, like a house podcast bus.
Here's the difference between Kickstarter building, GoFundMe building a wall, and like somebody funding our podcast. We need angry racist to like our show.
Oh, we could probably do that.
I mean, like we'd have to go whiteface.
No, we just talk shit about black people and say we're not with them, and then.
Oh, you mean like current rap music?
Ooh, that's so sad. What happened to?
Nobody points it out, so I might as well, right?
Do you really think it's that bad?
Oh, it's absolutely that bad.
But that's the mainstream stuff. Like there's still the ever flowing undercurrent of nice.
Oh, absolutely. There's always going to be like underground great music. The thing about underground great music, though, is the people that listen to underground great music are the same people that have been listening to good music for the last 20 years, or good hip hop, I should say, for the last 20 years, and that crowd doesn't grow or doesn't shrink.
Yeah, but the fact that it's existing still means that kids are still getting involved with it. Like there's like Missy's funding younger female MCs. I've been like on the pilgrimage for young female MCs, hip hop MCs. Like you've got Sharaya J, you've got Angel Hayes, you've got and then you've got all the jazz hip hop that's coming out. That's so dope. Like No Name, which I still call No Name.
I don't know.
No Name is amazing. I still don't know if I'm saying her name right.
Oh, it's a person. I thought it sounds like a group.
It's like Back to the Future too.
I can feel it like vibrating and shit.
It's not solid state.
I know. It just dawned on me that it's small, but it's not solid.
That's why when you drop it, when it's running like this,
it skips.
Corrupt. It could scratch the disc.
Yeah, and it'd be a wrap.
Up everything, yeah.
Corrupt, like our current politicians. Like
current, past, and present. But I think like politician is another name for like a human that's corrupt.
It doesn't have to be like
it's a corruptible. It's a title for somebody who is far closer to that realm of tyranny.
No,
it doesn't make them.
It's okay. No. The reason,
but that's the human experience, though.
See,
yes.
and the
absolute
best,
power corrupts absolutely.
Yes.
But the best definition of leader I've ever heard is the person who won't step up unless no one else will. And I think that there's a certain element of some politicians who don't get the proper recognition they deserve because there's just so many of them, but who step up because they're legitimately like, I'm the only one who can do this. So that takes like a whole assortment of egotism, but they're doing it. I think that there's plenty of people who legitimately do it because they're like, I see a way to do this that no one else is doing. and I can do this. So I have to do it.
But that's not necessarily a politician. Like, that's a leader. You know what I'm saying? But in politics, they are not necessarily leaders. They're supposed to be.
True.
They're supposed to be, but they're not necessarily leaders.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, not all politicians are all... Not all the people that we're talking about are all the politicians out there right now. Like, in 2016, there was such a litany of... like people in politics. There are plenty of people in politics, in the realm of politics, in the career politics, who got into it because they were sitting on their couch and they were pissed off and they're like, we can't sit here and be angry without doing something, and the best way to do something is to get into politics.
Right. And then what happened?
And then they did the best to work within the system, which is flawed.
Correct.
And so I don't think it was like the inherent like desire of humanity to be corrupt, but it's just like to get anything done in the system, there's a certain amount of like politicking. Here's
what you're yes, but I would more define that as the bureaucracy of it, right? Like, now what I would say is the real leader is the person that steps up and tells everyone around them, hey, the system that we work within is flawed. Because this system is built on an old understanding of human nature that isn't the understanding we have now. Right? We can't adapt a system that discriminates against certain groups of people because of religious affiliations or skin color to a society that doesn't discriminate against sexual orientation, religious affiliation, and skin color.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like you can't put those two things together, but nobody stepped up to the plate on a national scale and said it's broken.
Right. I think some have, though. I mean, like, but those are the people who aren't able to get anywhere because they're so fringe at this point, because it's essentially anarchy. It's basically looking at it's looking at the structure set in place as it is and saying we need to divorce ourselves from it totally, which is dangerous in many ways. But we were talking earlier, and it's like, I think our human evolution and our societal evolution, like to your point, absolutely has evolved so much more rapidly than our structures are allowed, because there's such a litany of variants and, you know, fantastic nuance and ideas, and it just takes us, but in the way that it takes forever is upholding the fact that we need to do so together. Does that make sense? So it's like we can psychologically and sociologically understand that we as a human being have evolved psychologically.
What if I told you somebody is doing what you're talking about right now, but we just don't like it?
Oh, it's happening all the time.
No, I mean, they're doing it right now and we hate it.
Like breaking the system? Mm-hmm. Like our current president?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what he's doing.
He's doing exactly that. He's just going the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, and that's the underlying beauty of what he's doing, is he's forcing us to look. And I mean, I can't tell you I'm sure it was probably like Nixon, the last time that everyone has been this engaged in politics, which is both good and bad, because then, of course, now we have again an assortment of voices in the kitchen. Literally. Kitchen.
Pun intended. Boom.
But
do it for the plug.
Yeah. Not shameless at all.
It's all right. Now we're above the moon. It doesn't matter.
Oh, perfect.
Anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fly me to the moon and
Did you just go did we just go from this stuff to Frank Sinatra? Is that what we just?
I know. It's
that was
weird.
Awesome.
It's weird.
It's dope. And I love Frank.
I know.
Frank's
All blue
dude.
eyes.
He's that dude. Frank is the smoothest dude we've had in the last 50 years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And there's been some smooth cats, but
he was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
He was pretty damn smooth.
Yeah. I got a chance to see. I was at Snug Harbor last year. I got a chance to see Kurt Elling and Branford Marsalis on stage together. Yeah, I'm a huge Kurt Elling fan. I like Kurt Elling, and it was completely bananas, because there was one part in the show where all of the technology on stage broke completely down. The mic stopped working, everything, the speakers stopped working, all of it.
But the show must go on.
Right, and what Kurt Elling didn't miss a beat. He was in there telling jokes.
Versus technology.
He was like, maybe I can't sing to everybody, but I could tell these jokes. And it was a stand-up act for like 5 minutes until they got it fixed.
Oh, that's so dope.
Didn't miss a beat. Didn't even get mad. Didn't even talk about the fact that there was a problem.
So good. So amazing.
I was like, yo, this is bananas. Like, I just watched it happen. It was amazing.
But I love the fact, technology breaks down. We still exist in a world without it. That's fantastic.
We have to.
Yeah, we have to.
Because if we don't, the zombie apocalypse happens, literally. That's it.
How long do you guys think you're going to last if there's a zombie apocalypse?
3.5 seconds.
Me too. Like, I will be dead. I'm
completely dead. We've already discussed this.
Dead.
Yeah, we've already discussed it. I got nunchucks, and that's all I got. That's where I'm at, people. I'm a black dude with nunchucks. Come and get me. That's all I got. I got nothing else.
I'll probably be that person that's like, oh no, my mom, and I'd like run up to her and she'd bite me in the neck, and I'd be like,
I mean, I'm not opposed to like tripping people and like running over them. I'm just letting you know, like, all I got is nunchucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Last gun I fired was like a pellet gun. I was like 5.
I know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not popping caps and nothing. You know
I'm a pretty good dart thrower though. I could like dart them right in the like.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean, that would be pretty amazing to go and like.
See, what you got to do is you got to like put the hollow point on the end of the dart and see when it hit, boom.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's what it is. We throwing bullets around here.
New video
not
game.
how a hollow point works.
I don't know what that means.
We live in movie land.
Yes.
Don't ruin this for us. Don't ruin this for us.
We're on the moon right now.
Hey.
We defy gravity.
All I'm saying is, Bungie, when you make your next shooter, you can't take our dart with the hollow point idea. It's ours. Boom.
Trademarked.
Mad Rational 2018.
2019.
Oh, it's gonna be 2019 when the show comes out. Because we in the future. We have done some wild shit here. I just want to let you know we've done some wild shit.
It's been a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's been a little crazy.
We've had a crazy year.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, you think about like all of the like. So at the beginning of the year, we start off with a table and a GoPro.
That was the beginning of this fucking year.
That was the beginning of this year.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's only been 1 year.
So, huh?
It feels like
it was November It was November 2017.
Yeah.
That was the first episode. It was November 2017, and we only did one episode that month, and then like the next month we did another episode, and then we did one episode per week after that. Mm-hmm. Right, and so like we skipped a couple weeks, which is why we're at 52 now, right? Because of those
52 recorded
52 episodes.
48
Yeah.
out.
So this is episode 52. Right, you're on like the
number.
goal. Like, so this episode is my goal. Like at the beginning of it, like, yo, I want to do 52, right? So like you're here for the historic moment.
Oh my god!
Of episode 52 recorded, right? They're gonna see this episode at like 49, something like that. Maybe
probably be 50.
It'd probably be 50. Okay, yeah.
Hey, 50's auspicious too.
This is the 52nd recorded episode. It's crazy.
So
it's
dope.
bananas.
That's crazy.
Right?
1 full year.
1 full year of episodes.
One rotation around the sun.
So I told my friend, I was like, yo, bro, like doing this show, I learned something completely new about the word consistency. I learned something. You know what I'm saying? I believe we all did. Mm-hmm. I believe we all now understand like how much work it's going to take to do anything that we're going to do.
Yes. No,
you know what I mean?
Truly.
Because we got 52 episodes, 118 subscribers, right? An average of what, 35 views per show. You know what I'm saying? And that's the work we put in to get that. So now we know on like next year when it starts,
right,
we're going to have to quadruple that work in order to get where we want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to put in more work, more time, more thought, more, you know what I mean, more planning into doing the shows. It can't, like, we just kind of flew by the seat of our pants because we wanted to get to that 32 number this year.
Right.
But like next year, it's going to be planning. It's going to be, you know what I mean?
Marketing
merch,
and figuring it out.
Marketing, all of
merch.
that.
Give me a fucking shirt. I want a shirt.
Yo, we got shirts. I got some other people that want the thongs. I'm on it.
You know, I'm telling you, you should get swimsuits.
Yeah, I'm on it. All right,
man
you
thongs?
designing the thongs, bro.
Man thongs.
No, we're not doing man thongs.
Banana hammocks.
Yo, if we do the banana hammocks, we got to do the long form Mad Rational on it.
No,
that would sell like
hotcakes.
Boom mic.
Yo. We're stupid.
Making the boom boom.
We're going to call this the boom boom room.
The boom boom room.
This is the boom
Hello.
boom room.
We're coming from the boom boom room. I had a friend. Oh, girl, I was babysitting this one girl.
Baby.
I was babysitting this one girl who was British, and she wanted to hear my British accent, so I did my British accent. And then I asked her for her American accent, and you know what she came out with was, "Hey y'all, how you doing?" It's like, "Ah, of all the states you could have picked. Gosh darn it."
So, yo, real
Nothing
talk.
against Southerners.
This chick is like texting me right now, and it's funny because she thinks that I don't know that this shit's fake.
Is she Russian? She looks Russian.
No, she says she's from California.
She's definitely
what's fake?
Russian.
She probably is. You're probably right.
I mean, like any of those pretty,
Her whole profile is fake.
like all of those pretty women who just.
I mean, I know it.
There was a guy. Oh, there's a crazy
But
story.
sometimes you want to know how far you can go with the fake profile shit.
No, truth. There was this guy who fell in love with this girl, and she was apparently from Russia. And this was like before the Russia scandal. And this whole thing about how like he got to know her, and it was all via like online e-dating. And they called each other and talked on the phone. And he found out at the very end it was totally just a bot. It was all algorithmic.
That's
She was
dope.
she was basically just like being what a good human should do, which is like inquire about what he's saying. But because she did that primarily and he needed so much affection, he was just like falling head over heels in love with her.
That's bananas.
He fell in love with a computer. Like
awesome.
that is wild.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They're using that technology to cure people with depression now too. There's like a phone-in tele specialist kind of thing, which is really brilliant. I mean, like the beauty of this is though, you're calling into someone, but basically it's just like, I'm feeling sad. And then the algorithm pops back like, why are you feeling sad? And then you talk about why you're feeling sad. And then they can kind of extract pieces and throw it back at you. So then you can have that moment of like evaluation of your feelings, which is all we really need at the end of the day too. And I've gone through many a therapist because my family's a therapist family. And so like I go to therapy and all you really do is just talk. And then the more you just learn how to listen to what you're saying.
You know, the best form of therapy is finding what you love, like what you're passionate about, and just completely super engaging yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, like you discover more things about yourself, right? But then you like, I've always had this like open conversation with myself. I know this is gonna sound like completely crazy and bananas to everybody.
Good. Bring
but
it.
Like,
Bring the crazy.
but like I talk to myself all the time.
I do too.
Like when I wake up in the morning, like I look in the mirror and I like have conversation with myself. If I'm angry about something, I'm super gangster with whoever I'm talking to, so I can get it out. Like all you need to do is say the stuff that you're mad about, and then after that, it's like whatever, right? You go back into the situation, you're good because you talked about it, you got it out, you said it.
Right.
I just use myself as my own,
vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
real,
absolutely.
for real.
No, sometimes I'll do it in the car and I'll actually like put the phone up to my ear so I look a little less crazy, and I'll have the full conversation, and then by the time I feel like, and it helps me to kind of like get the thoughts out, because otherwise it's just like manifesting in my chest, and you feel really tight chested and you're like, oh, I can't handle this anymore.
Right.
But the more that you can like articulate it out into the world, even though no one's listening, which is probably better that no one's listening because it's just like you rambling anyway.
Right.
Even though like everything I say is gold, clearly, but
That's how I feel too.
seriously.
Right. Might as well call me Midas.
Marketable gold. I got the tongue of Midas. There's put that in a museum.
What America didn't see was the look me and Art gave each other just now. That was like, okay. I'm looking at Art like, what aren't you telling me? And Art's looking at me like, That's right, Nickel. Hey, yo, it's been crazy having this conversation today with my homegirl, Britta. 2 T's, no filter. Remember that. And look, if you like this video, go and hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit the bell next to the subscribe button so when we drop the video, you get the notification, all right? We out. What's the... Say thingamabob.
Thingamabob.
Just... Oh, look at that.
I've never seen the movie, though.
Wait, what?
I know. I love that reaction whenever I say that.
What, do you just like the reaction, or like have you really not seen the movie?
No, well, both. my mom was convinced that. So my mom was like very feminist, surprise, and she wouldn't let me watch it because she's like, you are never giving up your voice for a man, and that's like the prime part of the story.
But she gained legs.
Yeah.
She gave up her voice for legs.
To be able to fuck a dude. I mean, I'm just saying, like, she was basically like, I don't need my voice.
Okay.
Doesn't matter that I'm curious about life. I care more about men.
On a real level, though, sex is amazing.
Like, truly, but it's an easy argument for like a 5-year-old.